Hello everyone watching at home, you're with Adelaide Eternal. We are bringing you a Versus series. I have Beckett Wolfe in front of me, and I'm going to be playing a rug control deck just to see how it runs. And we've also got, what are you on, Beckett?
I'm on Tom Cliff's Grixis control list. He just made top 8 at CanCon, was it, with this list?
Yeah, CanCon.
Do you know where he came in the end? Where he actually played?
He came... fifth through 8th.
Okay.
So a solid performance. It's actually probably the best performance a Kess pile deck has had for a while.
Yeah,
so,
he's been on it for a long time, and I think when a lot of people were drifting away from it, he just stuck with it and doubled down, and it's really different to what I played when I was playing Kess a few years ago.
Sweet. So I assume your hand is playable?
Yeah, it's cute for me.
I will.
Who's gone first?
Good question. All right, we're probably both keeping regardless of play or draw, so it seems. Odds, please. All right, that's me. All right, so there's my hand. Those of you at home can see. It's fine. All right, so let's start us off to the races. I'm going to go with...
I don't know what you're on.
I'm on rug control. So I just want to experiment a little bit more with the rug colours. See where it can go, how far we can push it. I'll say go as well. By the way, these islands here are snow-covered islands.
Yes.
Just FYI, since I actually own no snow-covered lands.
I was the same. I don't think they were ever relevant, and then now they're like slightly relevant. So it's just better.
Marginally better. Yeah, it's a little bit like that at the moment with things like Astrolabe and what are the other upsides? I'm going to crack this at the end of your turn. Any kind of interesting interaction?
No.
Okay. I'll play my snow-covered mountain.
Tom's not playing Shadow of Doubt.
Yeah, Shadow of Doubt. Oh, get on that tech. I haven't seen Shadow of Doubt in Highlander in a very long time, but it used to see some play.
He's probably playable, but Ashiok Dream Render just seems better, I think.
That's probably the case. End of your turn, I'm going to Electrolyze you. So aggressive, right? I draw a card from it. And then I will... That's my dog coming down the stairs. Hey, Leopold. I'll draw a card. Okay. Let's play this. And I'm going to pass turn to you. This is what my hand looks like now. It's changed to some degree with these 3 new cards.
Yours.
Alright, end of turn, I'm going to activate this.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, activating fetch lands, all up in the place. I'm going to play my snow-covered, hashtag not actually snow-covered, but for the purpose of this game, this is going to be a snow-covered beta basic. That would be good. Alright, Blood Moon would be good, but we'll see exactly.
If you want to check out Tom's list as well, guys, it's on the 7 Point Highlander Facebook page. I think Simon posted all the lists. That's where I found this one, so that was really helpful. Let's go to draws, and that's a very good draw.
It's a good draw, but am I going to get wrecked?
The problem is, I want to put this into play untapped. So I have to fetch. And I'll need to fetch again. So nice. You can let me shortcut.
All that Electrolyze there clearly paved the way for an amazing aggro deck. I'm gonna flip the script on you, and the next minute you're gonna be aggroed.
I could get Island there, but I want double black.
Like 0 fear.
Stick him to Turak.
No, you've got fear. Your fear is there.
And a shocked, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then I'm playing this one.
Okay.
Go.
That's a lot of non-basics. So, I'm not going to do anything end of turn though. So let's draw. Alright, let's continue to build up these resources then. I'm going to play this and I'm going to pass turn.
Alright, here we go. I guess I keep black up.
Vendilion Clique, you say?
Yeah, click.
Interesting. Alright, so I'm going to respond to Clique. We're going to go 1, 2, and we are going to remand your Clique.
I really want to know what is in your hand. I really do. Yeah.
I wonder what it's going to be. Ooh, fighting the battle. Fighting a good fight here.
I think I just want to fight on your turn more than anything.
Yeah, I think
that's why Clique was very good there.
Yeah, this is probably going to determine the game, right? This particular battle.
Well, we were pretty patient for the first couple of turns.
Yep, I think.
And then I hit the Clique, and that just let me play a flash threat.
I'm gonna counterspell your counterspell.
So that gets countered. This gets remanded. You draw for remand.
I draw this card.
You don't draw anything crazy like price of progress. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Just
I would
imagine
go.
that. Just imagine that. Can you imagine price of progress right now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say go.
Now
this is what my hand looks like now.
I go this one.
Narset.
Yeah, mainboard Narset. I never played Narset.
Narset's great.
I've never resolved the Narset, so we'll see how this
really
goes.
good.
Oh, maybe in Vintage I played it, but not in Highlander. Is it good enough to resolve?
It's a good question. It's a very good question. I'm going to say Narset resolve, sadly.
Alright, so I look at the top. This is Japanese, I think. So I look at the top 4.
Top 4.
And I get this card. This is the only card I can get.
So I can respond to the activation.
Oh, you
so you might change your mind here.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it might actually change your mind. So respond to the activation, and we're going to go Magmatic Sinkhole this. And then exile some cards.
So to me, that's very interesting because I think Narset's good because it does something, but it's generally not worth fighting over. Does that make sense? Like once it's resolved and you've gotten one activation.
Yeah, you definitely come up on that equation. The main thing is there's actually a couple of factors. The first one is denying card draw is huge in the control mirror like this. But
I guess your Sinkhole's not that
my
strong.
Sinkhole kind of hits like Jace the Mind Sculptor, Tasiga. Those are the kind of targets that it usually has.
Yeah, Kess and Gurmag as well.
I'm going to cast Preordain.
Yeah.
That's my dog whining underneath the table. So let's ship one of these to the bottom and draw the other one. You're on 2 mana and your counterspell is gone. So I think this is okay. We'll find out soon enough.
Pop? Pop would be... Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, I'm going to play the green True Name Nemesis now.
Yep.
Probably this is one of the reasons to be in green.
Green Name Nemesis, yeah. Next drink is really good. It's good in aggro, it's good in control, it's good in mid-range.
I'm going to shock this. And then I'm going to... I'm going to start doing some leveling, I reckon. So let's go... Because you're on 14, you've got Toxic Deluge in hand.
Yep. You know I've got Delusion Clique.
And you can't click at the end of my turn. So I'm going to level counter. First level counter.
Yeah.
Alright, second level counter.
Oh, yeah.
And third level counter.
Okay, so the third one's the one I want to respond to, right?
Yep. Push my guy. Push it real good. And you're on a bunch of cards, one of which is Toxic Deluge in hand.
You know Deluge
Clique.
And there's 3 others.
How much do I want to fight over this? That's the question. Because you can then Deluge next turn for 4.
For 4, and that's not terrible.
And play Clique as well. It's quite interesting. I think I let this go.
Yeah, I think so too.
Alright. Go for it. So yeah, I was saying before, what was it? Fighting over Narset. Like, letting them have half a dig through time. Yep, go for it. Let them have half a dig through time, and then they get to, potentially activate it again for the second half of the dig through time. The Magmatic Sinkhole is a relatively low value card that trades with half of Narset and its static ability. I think the main thing is in the pre-board match, the activations are actually relatively poor. Alright, so maybe I can like leave it because like you're often drawing chaff, right? Not a lot of cards matter in the pre-board because we've got like removal spells. So I think this is probably a really boring play, but is probably entirely necessary. I'm going to class Direfleet Daredevil. Pretty boring, right?
I think it's very strong, actually. Sure.
Alright, I'm going to cast Ponder.
You got it.
Alright, let's...
And by the way, guys, the reason I kept the land on top there...
3.
It's not because I respect the land. I don't really want land. But I know I'm not going to cast this card on top, which is the card I really want to cast. But if I'm not going to cast it this turn, I might as well have the land drop in play. And then I'm going to draw into the card that I want. And then I can shuffle away the third card.
Well, I'm going to draw this card. And then I'm going to play this.
Back to basics. Probably worth a fight, isn't it?
It's probably worth a fight, right? I'm going to tap this.
And cards in hand?
I've got 2 cards in hand. This is an interesting spot, right? This is my hand for those at home. So, back to basics against the what you might be able to fetch 1 swamp.
Well, my question is, do I want to counter it, or do I want to play Clique first, see your hand, and then try to sink the counterspell?
Yep.
And then Clique turns into a counterspell. But if you've got 2 like counters anyway, then it's pretty bad. And I assume one of them might be something like Spell Pierce or Spell Snare.
Yep.
I think I'm going to lead with Clique. It's a bit riskier. It is a bit riskier, but that's just what I want to do.
Alright, so Clique is going to resolve. I assume that you want to look at my hand.
Let's see. That's interesting. It'll be Force Negation.
Yep. Alright, it's out of here. And I draw a random card.
Yep. Is it a blue card? Is it a blue card, Sarv?
Yeah. Oh! So I set because remember I had pondered.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I know you've got Clique, so...
So if I'd done this the other way, I think I would have been okay. If I'd leaked it first and then you force. There's another play you can make here, and that is to put away the Force of Will and leave me with Force of Negation because I can't play it on my turn. Yeah, that's much better.
So why don't we play like that? Because I believe this is the end of the game, right?
Yeah.
So like I don't think you actually get out of this because I've actually, even with this resolving, you're not going to tempo me because I have set up a removal spell. So for those at home, so like you're tapped down and then I like just bolt this and it's basically game over. So if we play it the other way, then I think it's not game over. So like you put my Force of Will away and I end up drawing this.
Yeah, I think I forgot about the only your turn clause.
Yeah, because it's not good at protecting your combos, but it's good at stopping your opponent comboing. Is kind of the logic, I guess.
The Clique's in.
So yeah, this Clique it makes that happen.
Leaked.
This gets mana leaked, so that goes away.
Seems very good for me now.
Yeah, much better, right?
And it's me.
Yep. All right. So this what do you call time extension? You know, additional round of Magic. I'm pretty sure you're favoured in. So I end up going to 13.
In fact, I think. Do I want to? No, I think I just want to pass.
I
think I just want to pass.
Alright, so I end up untapping. You already know this because I revealed it from our real game to our actual game. This one is pretty well positioned because you've got like Toxic Deluge. I make you deluge away something that is half a card. If it's 0 cards actually, because I've got the ponder off it. So what's this guy? He's a
3/2 and a 1/4.
Alright, and my guy's got first strike. Okay. So let's attack.
Yep.
Alright, take 2. Alright, and then I think... look, I've been saving this Vista for a while. we can do a cheeky brainstorm, but I don't think I need to. Right. Toxic Deluge, 3 unknown cards. I'm gonna pass turn to you.
So I don't really
in your upkeep. So
Ooh.
we'll do some things in your upkeep.
Bolt Clique.
It depends on how much. Like you can race me with the tar pit. I'm marginally ahead on that race. The thing that I don't want to have happen is like Colligan's command. So like I kill this and then you K command it back and kill this or something like that, which would be pretty bad. It's more so that I'd rather just have information about my next few plays.
And results.
So we'll just 1, 2, and 3. So these are the cards I've drawn. So I'm going to put away 2 cards. We're going to go, this is going to go away and this is going to go away. 1, 2. And given that that's the play, I think we let you go to your draw step.
So I don't really want this land, but it is necessary to resolve.
It's a good card. Good card. Alright, so you know about this from our earlier click action, so let's counter that.
And I'll fetch for a basic swamp and hardcast this. So that's why I wanted the land, so I could afford.
I see.
And that's why the click play earlier was difficult because I could hold the click and have force pitching click.
I see.
So if I lead with Mana Leak and then I have force pitching click up, but I got greedy because I was hoping the click would act as a counterspell.
Well, that makes sense. It does make sense.
I sort of did if I played it correctly.
I still think that I come out on top here.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like Lily's pretty strong.
So I drain this.
Okay, that's good. Maybe I should have forced your brainstorm.
The brainstorm
but then you can still
essential.
hardcast the Lily, right?
I drew my brainstorm was like 2 lands and a mana drain, and I'm like, this is still really, really good. So bolt this guy.
Wow, it's just dealt with the hand.
Mm.
Yours.
Alright.
So you've just got a Dire Fleet, Daredevil, and Unknowns.
Yeah, that's right.
And I've got Deluge.
Get in there. Alright. One good top deck.
Oh, that is
another.
a good top deck.
Alright. One of the best.
And
one
now
of the best
I'm
kinds of top
pretty
decks.
upset about me keeping because there was like 2 lands. Because I could have shuffled my Ponder. So there's 2 lands that I kept on top just for that Lily because I respected the Lily so much.
My brainstorm was huge because it was just lands and mana drain, but I got to shuffle away 2 lands, keep the mana drain to win a fight, and then have a clear top deck. And the clear top deck was pretty strong. So I think we're just gonna keep this in hand. Okay, interesting. All right, so it's probably this line. All right, so I'll keep this in hand, and that's actually interesting because of this Wandering Fumarole being a 1/4. It does change a lot of things. So let's very interesting. Okay. I think we stack them like this. And I draw this card. This is the card I'm going to draw. Alright, go for it. So, it's points like these where, you really want a Wandering Fumarole or the Hexproof thing.
Can't argue with that.
Deck.
So one...
Like I want like that hexproof land or something that just gets the beats in, which Grixis has, but because I'm on a moon build I really want to avoid doing that.
Keeping those 3 and does Dig Resolve.
So you got 2 cards in hand and one of them is
Deluge.
a Deluge. Alright, I'll respond to tap your Wandering Fumarole.
Followed a blue.
Alright, so I'll draw a card, and then I'll respond to Dig with Snapcaster Mage.
Just, yep.
And so we'll just mana
Force
drain
it?
this.
Yeah, mana drain.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
Could force a negation and exile.
Oh, that's actually not irrelevant. Alright, let's do that. Not irrelevant at all.
And I think I want to conserve my life, so I'm just going to deluge for 1.
Yep. Alright.
And say go.
Alright, untap. And I draw, I know this card. The audience knows it as well.
Ooh, maybe I could have gone... No, never mind.
Might activate type it, but then it dies. Oh,
it doesn't die. It's not a... It's not a colonnade. I'm used to playing modern with celestial colonnade, where you can like swing with vigilance and then.
Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna pass turn to you. This is an interesting game.
City.
It's good. Yep, True Name Nemesis that's what it's here for.
And if it resolves.
Yep, it resolves.
Oh, attack for 3.
All right, cool. So I just put this in at the end of your turn, right? And because this can't target either of these things, so. Not much you can do with that, but we can still win.
Price progress will still do it.
That's true. Attack for 3. Alright, so you're on 1 card. Okay, so let's pass turn to you. Alright, we're doing the battle of the top deck. Alright, okay. 2 control decks have exhausted all of their gasoline and woof. It's gone for it. Alright, blow you out. So I return both of these. Or maybe I return 1 and draw a card. Let's see. Interesting. I think I have to return both because otherwise I die. Yes. But this way I end up... Well, what's the value? Drawing...
Well, I played land this turn as well, right?
I played land this turn, so it's definitely bounce both. Yeah. So bounce both, draw a card. Yeah. I draw a card and I go to 6...
Now you're winning.
And then end of turn I'll cycle Ash Barrens.
Yep.
Let's get myself a...
okay.
Yeah, it's really... Ash Barrens is some Drew card attack here. It was originally played in the Yidris decks, the 4-colour Yidris decks by Jacob Dunn, but then it started to get picked up by Drew Carter as this way of just making moon decks really good. And when you're under a moon, oftentimes, when you haven't yet played your moon, oftentimes you're in a situation where you just don't have the, you don't have the ability to jam your moon on turn 3. But when you've got the Ash Barrens in your deck, you can just jam it with impunity.
So that was the last card in my hand. And there was a turn when you had the snap and the die flat, and I was hoping to hit land drop to make the 8/8.
I see.
Or just I think even before you had snap, just make an 8/8.
That makes sense.
Although I think it would have got blown out by Brazen Borrow anyway. But this is without flying. So
without flying,
yeah.
wow.
So I lose here.
That's rough. You can without flying. Even if it was flying, you kill your own True Name, but then you can tempo me because you've played your tar pit, and the following turn you can attack with the tar pit. And yeah. I just drew land there. So. That was an interesting game where Control just tries to exhaust each other's resources, play a fight over a really important threat like back to basics, and then when the dust settles, it's whatever you got left over that you're actually in the game with, right? And it turns out that it goes up for rug. So hopefully you've enjoyed our little segment there, looking at rug control versus Grixis control. We'll be back in another video. We might do maybe a post-sideboard game, or we might even switch it up with some different decks. So we'll see you then.